What's up, Gearhead? So there's a couple people who were asking me if I was going to make a video review about Judgment. I had some people on Xbox ask me how do I like the game, should I buy it? Also people on YouTube. So this video is pretty much for you guys. I wasn't really planning on making this video. I thought about it, but then there's so many review videos and things like that. I figured you guys were probably tired of them, but since I got those questions, I figured, okay, well, I guess you guys want my opinion. So here it is. Before we get to that though, I kind of want to talk about Judgment sales. I was curious. I had been thinking about it a couple times throughout the day when I was at work. I was like, I wonder how much it sold. It's been a week, or almost a week anyways. It will be by the time you see this. And I was like, okay, when I get home, I'm gonna check it out. So I was like online. I was looking through, I was using Google, looking through things. I was using the forums, and all I could really come up with is the numbers for the UK, and they're pretty disappointing. It says that that Judgment sold or has sold 3 times less than Gears of War 3. Now, there's a lot of speculation about this. Some people are saying, well, the economy is bad, and the game came out in March when Gears of War 3 came out in September. That's a more busier month for buying games. People are losing interest with this generation. They're moving on to the next, saving their money for the next gen consoles. A whole lot of guesses and stuff when it comes to this issue. Now, I don't know how I really feel about each one, but I will say this. Some people have also pointed out that the economy was worse in 2011. That's when Gears of War 3 came out. So that debate can pretty much be squashed. As far as it being released in March, and if that plays a part, I guess you can say that. I'm not trying to say either way, I'm just stating the facts of what I read and what people were saying on the forums and just kind of relaying it to you guys. What do you guys think about that? Do you think the sales are dropping just because of, the economy? Do you think it's the next gen, just people losing interest with this generation and they want to get on to the next one? Do you think Judgment's just that bad? I mean, it's your guys' opinion. I'd like to hear them, so let me know. Speaking of bad, is Judgment bad? I know you guys really want to know the real questions. You want to skip all the BS and get to the real questions. I know what you guys are wanting to ask. I know what you guys want to know. What's wrong with the game? There's a couple things, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's a couple things that is wrong with this game, but it's like any other game, any other Gears game. I will say, though, that I believe this is the most balanced Gears game, multiplayer-wise. Whether you think that's a good thing or not, or if that says a lot or not, that's up to you. But to me, I think it is the most balanced. A lot is being said about the melee being very overpowered. It is. I'm not going to kid you guys. It is. There's times where I'll be trying to Nasher battle a guy, and either he runs out of ammo or he just quits trying to aim and gives up and relies on the melee. And what happens is the melee will hit me, and as I'm shooting, instead of getting a trade, the melee blocks the shot and actually gets damage on me or kills me if I'm damaged enough already. That's something they should fix. Hopefully they will. I hope people don't complain too much to where they actually ruin the game even more. But maybe, just maybe, they will fix the melee. I'm hoping. That's probably the biggest issue when it comes to the actual, multiplayer gameplay and mechanics and things that, will bug you. When you go into this game, like say you're thinking about buying this, go into it knowing that the melee is OP. You gotta know that. You see it from the videos, you see people complaining. It's true. The melee is overpowered. As far as the Lancers and crossing and all that, that's not a problem anymore. I have not seen it. Maybe it's because of the map designs. There's only 4 maps, but they're all pretty vertical, and it's not a lot of crossing going on. In Gears 3, maps like Mercy, Dry Dock, I can go on and on with the maps. Pretty much any map, tons of crossing. The Lancers, having stopping power and all that was just dominating. This game doesn't have that. So it's a huge plus in my book. Honestly, if the melee is the worst thing in this game, I'm fine with that. I played Gears 2 to death when we had 2-piecing like crazy. So for me, and I think all the people who really played Gears 2 a lot, I think you might agree with me that this isn't so bad. We're kind of used to it. We're kind of, I guess, evolved, and we adjusted because we had to during that game anyways. Then we got to Gears 3 and that was a total, different ballpark. But now we're back kind of backwards and we're like, oh, 2-piece is back. I know how to handle this, and you just do. So, I don't know. That could just be me, and I'm being biased because Gears 2 was my favorite experience. I played the crap out of that game, and I'm just used to it. But I really don't see the melee as a deal breaker. I don't really see it that way. I do think it needs to be tweaked. I really do, and that would just like make the game a whole lot better. But if it never does get tweaked and it stays the same, I'll just adjust to it like I did before. So if you're like me and you could kind of see past it and kind of understand why they put it in there, it's because they want to have something to counter the Gnasher. I've seen YouTube videos where people who love using the Hammerburst or love using the Retro or whatever, they are ecstatic because they're like, finally, we can counter the Gnashers, because to them, in their eyes, the Gnasher was dominating. I mean, you think about it, when you have a Gnasher in your hands and you're a Gnasher only type of player, that can be really dominating. If you really think about it, guys, we have to kind of see it their way. I know you don't want to. I know I didn't want to either for a while. But if you really sit down and think about it, and you think about them versus you, when you have your Gnasher and you're on your Gnasher game, like you're killing everybody, it can be unstoppable. I mean, really, if you're winning your battles, those Retros and Lancers, they got kind of no chance without stopping power, especially. So I think they implemented this melee to be more powerful to counter the Gnasher because there's no stopping power, because there's no active reload. They had to have something that could counter the Gnasher. So if you think about it that way and just understand it that way, I think it's a lot easier to accept. That's just the way I've been going about it. I haven't really been pissed about it. It's kind of more of like a funny thing, like I just kind of laugh it off. But yeah, I mean, that's it. As far as other things, as far as the maps, only 4 maps, yes, that sucks. There's more maps coming, but to me, I still think it's not enough. And that's probably my 2 biggest gripes with the game. And that says a lot, because when it came to Gears 3, I had dozens. The sponging was horrendous in Gears 3, and I won't lie again, there is sponging in Judgment, but because it's so fast-paced, I think you get over it quicker, and it's easier to retaliate, it's easier to come back in the match. It's kind of like a teeter-totter, like you'll start the match real good, and then you can go bad, because it's so fast-paced, someone else could just jump in, and they could come in late in a free-for-all and still win, because it's so easy to gain the momentum, even though you didn't start with it. And I kind of like that. As far as the movement goes, I feel it's a lot smoother. There was countless times in Gears 3 where I was constantly stuck to sandbags and walls, and I couldn't wrap around like I want. In this game, I feel it's a whole lot easier. I feel more comfortable. Like I know I'm gonna, hit that wall at a certain point or do a certain thing what I want to do, like wrap around it and shoot. And it happens. I either miss or I get the kill, and it just happens. And I feel more like I get what I deserve, if that makes any sense. So yeah, as far as like all the things I was very skeptical about before, the COG versus COG, what else? Oh, the constant reticle. I kind of want to touch up on those and kind of give you my thoughts now that the game is out. The constant reticle, honestly, has not bothered me that much. Actually, not at all. Because I remember when I was streaming on Saturday, someone asked me about it. And once it was brought to my attention, then I was like, oh yeah, the reticle, blah, blah, blah. And then I started to notice it because we were talking about it. But before that, I really didn't think about it. It didn't bug me that much. It really was a nice surprise because I was really worried about it. I was thinking, God, it looks ugly. I don't want it there. It's going to distract me. It's like an eyesore, whatever I said. And I don't feel that way anymore. And I'm very, very happy that I don't feel that way. As far as COG versus COG, I gotta admit, I do miss the Locust. It does feel funny sometimes fighting, your own guys. And but as far as blue versus red, it's pretty easy to tell who's who. And I didn't think that was going to happen. I was thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to know who's who. But once you realize your teammates have their name above them, that's pretty much what, separates the teams. And when you see somebody with no name, that's the enemy. So that wasn't so bad. If you're worried about that, you still haven't bought the game and you're thinking, man, I missed the Locust. This is going to suck. I'm just going to wait till Execution comes. Do it. Wait for Execution. I think Execution is going to be awesome. From what I've heard and been seeing in the videos from PAX and things like that, it looks like it's going to be, it's something that redeems this game. If you're feeling hesitant about it or whatever, I think you're going to enjoy that at least. I know I probably will, so I'm looking forward to it. But like I said, if you're skeptical, you're hesitant, you don't know what to do, I say rent the game, see how you like it. I know I gave some examples of if you're the type of player that's like me, I kind of told you if You know, you played Gears 2 a lot, you hated a lot of things about Gears 3, I think you will enjoy Judgment. And that's just my guess, because I do, and I've been having fun with it. I haven't been playing a whole lot, so maybe that's the secret. Maybe the more you play, the more BS you see. It could just be that. Maybe in a week I'll change my mind. Who knows? But at this very moment, I like the game. I'll kind of touch on campaign real quick. The ending was lame. The reviews, everything you read about this game having a bad ending, a bad boss battle at the end, it wasn't good. I'll tell you that right now. It was not that great. It was cliche. There wasn't much to it. It was kind of lame. So that was kind of disappointing, but the campaign was actually fun. It was actually cool. The only thing was I wasn't really emotionally invested. I don't really care about Baird and Cole and those other guys. I don't know. I missed Marcus and I missed Dom. And I liked the little part during the campaign where they actually radio in to Marcus, and Marcus is like, "We made it, you know, Omega Squad," or I don't know what they were called. He's like, "We're out," and you hear Marcus's voice, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, that's Marcus!" Like it gets you pumped up. It's like, "Oh, I want to see what they're doing." Like I just wanted to see Marcus and Dom like pretty much the whole time. I liked the campaign, don't get me wrong. I liked the little, you know, declassify missions and getting all the stars and getting the unlockables and the prize boxes. That's all cool. Like, I like that. I just didn't feel emotionally invested in the characters. I didn't really care too much. And I don't know, I might be alone on that, but that was just how I was feeling. And yeah, I wanted the original cast, the original story. I wanted a prequel that followed Marcus when he was younger. I wanted that. And it was just more, you know, obviously it was about Baird and Cole and Sophia and Paddock. And it was cool, but I could live without it. It's definitely not my favorite campaign at all. It's probably my fourth favorite, if I had to say that. But that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope this video helped. I hope it's not too long or too, you know, drawn out. I just wanted to get my thoughts on here and kind of help you guys out. If you're really, truly trying to decide, you know, if you're going to buy this or not, take it from me. If you're a casual, not a casual competitor, I mean like a casual time. Does that make any sense? Like you play it casually, you don't spend a whole lot of time on it. I think you'll enjoy it. But I think the more you play it, you're probably going to like find more BS and more things to like hate. Maybe, possibly. I haven't been playing a whole lot. So that might just, like I said, that might be the secret. But I do enjoy the game. I don't know if you guys saw my stream. You know, we were having a good time. It's perfect for private matches. I think if you're going to play like Overrun, definitely go private and have like 10 friends and play each other. That was a lot of fun. I underestimated that. It was actually really fun. And whoever that was in the stream, you know, trying to get us to play Overrun, thank you, because it was actually really fun. So I appreciate that. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I will catch you later, and maybe I'll make another video, like a part 2. But for right now, I'm out. Peace out, guys. Bye.